Namaskar and welcome to Awakening with Brahmakumaris. Our topic today is going beyond. And Sister Shivani is there to answer all our questions. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Sister, I'd like to share something with you.
Sure.
Last time we were speaking about effects of anger. And here I have read something which says effects on anger of anger on the human body. In numerous studies, anger has been found to have a completely negative effect on our physical well-being. In one such study in the US, it was demonstrated that letting go of negative feelings that we have for someone due to his or her negative actions relieved and reduced chronic backache.
See the impact. And it's not only about backache, but definitely a lot of diseases that get manifested because of our emotional blockages. We're not realizing the impact of it while we are creating it. And very soon it becomes a sanskar. And then very soon sanskar, not rectified and changed, starts creating a blockage here. And it's much, much later that blocks start getting created anywhere in the body. When we understand that I, the soul, is energy, it's vibration. And we all know that the whole body, this is matter, but it also has an energy field. And today there is technology, there are cameras which are able to take the photograph of the energy field of the body.
Yeah, the aura.
The aura. So they use it for healing. So when they take the photograph of the energy field of the body, they will find regions where there is a blockage in the energy field. And it's much before there is an illness. So much before the person finds any kind of pain in the body, they can tell them that here there is a blockage. It can be in the knee, it can be in the back, it could be shoulders, it could be in the heart. They can see that energy blockage. So see the stages at which it happens. First energy blockage here, then manifests as energy blockage in the body, and then much, much later as a disease in the body. So, and then when we do the healing process, we start from clearing the blockage of the body. Then the blockage in the energy field of the body. But we never ever work on clearing the energy field here, and because of which the complete healing doesn't take place. And so we just keep having our medication and managing the disease, not healing the disease.
What has the poor body done to us that we are, torturing the body? If the mind is not at rest, if I do not forgive anybody in life, poor back, poor body.
Yeah, but it is less about the body. What about what we're doing to ourselves? See, body, again, it's matter. Yes, there is pain, but still it's matter. There is a difference between pain and hurt.
But anyways, even if the body pains, the pain, it's pain to the soul too.
Difference, because different people will perceive physical pain in a different way. Some people have more capacity to endure physical pain, some have lesser. But still we need to understand this is physical pain, and that is hurt is here. Which one is tougher to handle? Because physical pain...
This is a deeper wound.
Yeah. And physical pain, there are so many ways to relieve it today.
Yeah.
At least you take a painkiller, you take medicine, you have a surgery, do whatever and get rid of the blockage that is there. But this pain lives with me constantly. And then this hurt and this blockage here vibrates into my relationships. And then when my relationships are in conflict, again, no medicine for that. No surgery there. So physical body is much lesser, much lower impact and easier to heal. But emotional hurt and relationship conflict, these are deeper impacts and tougher to heal if not taken care of initially. So when we are using these emotions in the name of it's natural and it's needed to get work done, I just need to stop and tell myself, first, it hurts me. Second, it affects relationships. And third, it impacts the body. So for the well-being of all three, for my well-being, our well-being, and the well-being of the body,
Physical well-being.
I need to take care. I really need to take
But
care.
sister, I don't know what. Either it is I'm habituated or the world has become like that. I don't know. But I still feel that people do not listen to you. There's no kind of discipline. You've got to raise your voice here and there. Maybe from not within or out of hatred, but at least assertive.
You use two words. Either I have got habituated or the world has become like that. Now first, I have to answer this question for myself. Why am I creating this anger? Either I'm habituated or the world has become like that. Which one of them is true?
See, either...
No, first quickly choose one of the two.
Both can be, because I've tried both. I tried a lot of love, everything.
No. First choose one of those two. Why do I get angry? Either I'm habituated.
Angry is my habit.
Habit. So remove the other one. The world has become like that. Because the minute it's very deep, when we say to ourselves, the world has become like that, immediately I'm reinforcing the sanskar, the deep belief system, which always said, my anger was because of situations and people. It's so deep.
Well, I know that I create my world. So yes. The world has become like that means I have become like that.
The world is absolutely fine. And it plans to remain that way, the way it is now. If nothing else, it's only going to be challenging. Now, I have to check my habits. My habit cannot be in proportion to what the world is doing. That's the only thing I need to check.
Some things come so easily to me, which are so difficult for others. And some things are so difficult for me, which are easy for others.
Yeah, that's why we understand.
Effortless.
Every soul, sanskars of this birth and sanskar of many, many births. It's like this is the chair and some are stains on this and one is a layer of dust on top. So the layer of dust on top is a temporary sanskar created in the last few years, or probably a sanskar created in this lifetime. So this layer of dust, I just have to do this and it's out. So some things come very easy to us. So different people will have different sanskars as layer of dust and different sanskars as their deep ingrained stains on this.
Okay, I understand, like the coating of rust on iron.
Yes.
Some a little bit, some is too old.
Yeah.
One has to sometimes go on rubbing it or even burn it. Or
everything possible to remove it. But most
sister,
important...
I don't know, I tried, but sometimes I feel that, unless I tell strongly, people are just laughing, joking, then there's no discipline and nothing works.
That's what the word that you used, assertive. But we should not take assertiveness as an excuse to get angry. Again, a thin line, especially when there is a deep ingrained sanskar. When there's a deep ingrained sanskar, then it's a little challenging to use a milder version of it because there are big chances of falling back to it. Like with alcohol. If you have been consuming a high dosage of alcohol for many, many years, then it's a deep sanskar. So when somebody has that deep sanskar and then they say, okay, now I will shift to having it once in a while, it's tough. Not able to do it. The easiest for a soul who has that deep sanskar of having a lot of alcohol daily for many years is give it up.
Yeah, that I understand.
Same thing with anger. So if we keep that thin line, that once in a while, when it's needed, with some people, we tend to fall back into the same pattern of using anger very often. Assertiveness is totally different from anger. Some of us can say, oh, I'm not angry inside, I'm pretending to be angry.
Yeah.
Or I'm acting as if I'm angry.
As a lot of people say, oh, my anger is only here, not here in the heart. It's only in my throat.
Yeah, illusion. Because whatever is not here cannot come here. We have to stop and tell ourselves, if the seed is not there, no plant can grow. Let me not cheat myself. The seed is in the mind, the thought. And if we are trying to tell ourselves, I don't have that seed of anger, I'm able to say it and enact it, it's not true. There is a trace of it. There is a little amount of it. I'm not aware of it. So I'm telling myself, no, there's no anger, and I'm enacting it. Anybody who's not angry inside cannot even talk loudly. And most important, we can feel it with the vibrations that will get generated at that time. Assertiveness doesn't mean enacting anger. Assertiveness is another energy altogether. It's nothing to do with anger. We thought when we're not angry inside but doing it outside is assertiveness. Assertiveness is not that. Assertiveness is very clear inside what I want, how I want to get work done. Focus totally on the act, not hit at the person. Anger hits at the person. Anger is targeted towards the person who has made the mistake.
You want that person to feel bad, hurt, humiliated.
And most important, you feel it was the person who was wrong. And assertiveness hits only at the task. This thing went wrong. This thing needs to be corrected. The person is absolutely fine. Which means I retain my respect for the person and with the person focus on the task. But when it's anger, I hit the person. It's a violent attack on the person through my thoughts and through my words. And sometimes we don't even hit at what's happened just that time. We can take out a lot of other things from the past and say, last time also you did this. Every time you do this, we're targeting the person because that
I've been keeping quiet from so many days, many times you've done the same thing. Wonderful. I thought you'll understand yourself. I thought I'll tell you with a lot of love. I thought I'll change. I thought I'll try my best. But you do not listen to it.
So that situation is not even there. So the focus is not on the task. It's the person. Lot of difference. There's a lot of difference. This requires tremendous amount of practice to be able to see the difference between these two things.
How do I speak for the task and the situation and not directly to a person? Supposing our camera boys, we want to shoot, say, 2 episodes, and they're just joking and laughing, and in spite of telling them, then what do I say? Just give me an example.
The focus is, this work needs to be done. I understand you like having fun. We'll do it a little later. Right now, this task needs to be done. And anger would be, this is all that you all want. You all are not responsible. I just can't work with all of you. Is this the environment we're supposed to create over here to work? 2 different things.
But that's more of criticism.
Which one? The anger. Yeah, anger is always critical. Negative. Negative, turbulent energy, subtle violence through thoughts and words hitting the person.
But being assertive, you can be slightly louder with your voice. Is that also hitting someone?
Belief system. Louder voice works better.
I think so.
Which means we're trying to use fear to get work done. Because louder voice, what does it create?
Louder voice means now this guy is serious and let's stop. Silence, please. Silence. See, this thing has started from childhood. When we used to talk in class, and those days, those chalk and board and the duster and all that, and teacher, you say, silence.
Teacher enters the class. There is noise. Loud. One is noise outside and one is noise here. That's in the air. And the teacher enters, and immediately the noise and the indiscipline of the class disturbs her here. And now the only way to silence the noise is conditioning to shout or to hammer with the duster. Bigger noise. So we're using noise to finish noise. And within the first 2-3 minutes, the teacher's mind has also got Disturbed. Students were anyways in a scattered state of mind, distracting, scattered, no concentration. And now the teacher is also disturbed. And then for the next 45 minutes, a disturbed mind is teaching disturbed minds. And most of the students, all the emails that we get from students, 80% questions are, I cannot concentrate. Now, when a child says, I cannot concentrate, the teachers and the parents say, concentrate. The child says, I cannot concentrate. And the only thing that the elders around say to him, concentrate. Nobody teaches him how to do concentrate. And how do you teach a child how to concentrate? Because everybody seems to be asking this question, how do I concentrate? And the only answer they get is, concentrate. How do I concentrate? There's only one way. The elders around me first will have to concentrate. Concentration means an energy of a stable mind. When the mind is silent, it can concentrate on what it is doing. Think only that what is needed and when and for how long. This is a concentrated mind, a focused mind. A child is scattered and he wants to learn how to concentrate. Just by telling him focus, he won't be able to do it because the energy around him is very turbulent, it's distracting. A teacher or a parent with a concentrated, focused mind can hold the concentration of everybody. You know, when we go to a satsang, when we go to any workshop, where there are these very, very profound people talking, who are very wise with very silent minds, you can sit for hours.
They hold your mind. Their concentration works on our mind.
Absolutely. A silent mind silences other noisy minds.
What a beautiful line.
This is a technique which every teacher in class, every parent at home can try out. If children are fighting, if they're making too much noise, if they are not concentrating, just concentrate your mind. What you shared with us last time, only control yourself for situations to come under control. This line fits everywhere. Everywhere it fits. So now all that I have to do is silence my mind instead of trying to silence them, and definitely not create noise in order to silence them. Then one out of control is trying to control the rest of the out of control. And noise need not necessarily be noise here. It doesn't have to be a loud noise, but a stressed mind, a disturbed mind. If parents and teachers, the elders around us, are going to be with so much of mental noise internally, how will a child be concentrated or focused? Now, assertiveness, what you were sharing, assertiveness is a very silent mind. Anger is a very disturbed mind. It's fast thinking, and that's why it will have an effect on the body. Assertiveness is a silent mind, is not thinking too much. There is no chaos, confusion here. It's very clear what they want to say. Very clear. And once they say it out, easiest to check, once they say it out, no regret. No regret, oh, I shouldn't have done this. I could have done this in a better way. Why did I talk like this? No regret. And second, immediately after we say it to somebody,
matter is over.
Matter is over. It doesn't stay here.
It says further, sister, it seems we have been conditioned to treat any tension triggering event, be it a small accident or a conflict with a partner or colleague, as a big problem or a crisis. At these moments, our bodies generate and release the stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. Our heartbeat accelerates, our breath quickens, and our mind races. It's all harmless if the tension or fright is brief and once in a while, like a near miss while driving. But the emotional disturbances of anger and hatred are like accidents that don't end and hormones turn into toxins. And also it says, sister, that further medical research and all that says that cortisol wears down the brain, leading to cell degeneration and memory loss. It also raises blood pressure and blood sugar, hardening the arteries, leading to heart disease. After reading this, I'm really scared.
To get angry.
No, not that. I'm just shocked. That how am I living with so much of anger? I would have been a much healthier person.
Yeah, and a most happier person.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's what it's so beautifully put, that every time we experience anger and we create anger, those cortisols and adrenaline get secreted in the body. And then it says if it's once in a while and for a short duration, it's okay because the body can handle it.
Yeah, but it gave a nice example, just like a near miss in an accident.
Yeah, and now let's just see that
near
scene.
miss once in a while.
Yeah, but let's see that scene. If any of us have ever had that near miss, and many of us have, let's see what happens in that near miss.
Heartbeat.
Yeah, everything.
Breath.
Yeah, but within 5 to 7 minutes, it becomes okay because the mind silences down, because the mind says, oh, it's okay, nothing really happened. So the body very soon calms down and relaxes. Now it said so beautifully that we have been conditioned into believing that anything that's going wrong or some hurt or some conflict in a relationship is a big thing.
Yeah,
and which means
thing has become,
a big thing, and which means the accident is going on and on and on. Now let me imagine those things which we experience for a short time, those
and once in a while.
Once in a while. But even those 1 or 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they feel so heavy at that time. And now to imagine a life where that emotion is going on and on and on.
Full of it.
Full of it. And very soon, that's the way I live. And after that,
if I live, it's okay. What about my wife? What about my children? What about my neighbors? What about my parents? What about my friends, staff, surroundings? You know, it's just like you are a smoker. Okay, smoke, go, die. But what about the passive smoking?
What
and
about you also? You also have to think about yourself.
I'm telling you, okay, but not only because people say, it's my life. Okay, it's my problem. I'm just for that, I have to say that. No, it's not your life. It's not your problem. Because you're creating further things and spoiling the environment. This is the real pollution.
Absolutely. So this beautiful message that you've shared with all of us, now we need to take it with ourselves and experience that little miss in the car accident, I'm living my life with that emotion. Is that comfortable for me? Because if I don't change it soon, it will be the way I live, and after some time I won't even know what the other way is. You know, anything, it's relative. You experience heaviness once in a while and you know it's heavy because mostly you're light. So those emotions for those 2-3 minutes in the car, we can make out it's different because otherwise we're not like that. But if it continues forever, we won't even know that we knew another way of living, which has happened with most of us. We don't even know what is happiness, and that's why we are satisfied with taking excitement to be happiness, because we haven't experienced it.
And I feel, I want to use the word ashamed. I feel ashamed of going to a class to learn laughter.
Yeah.
Laughter class for a person, for a soul whose basic nature is to be happy and peaceful.
Because we're going the other way around. Now we're creating laughter outside to make the mind relaxed. Actually, a relaxed mind will be able to be happy outside. But because I'm disturbed, we're doing everything outside in. So whether it is movies, television, or a laughter club. And that's why it doesn't really create a long-term impact. It's temporary, transient, for only that much time while we are there. And even while we are there, the blockage inside is still there. It's like any other distraction. We're distracting our mind from the internal pain. We can sit and watch a movie, we can go for a party, and the amount of time we spend, we can go for a holiday. And the amount of time we are there, we are only distracting the mind from the pain, thinking that this is healing. It's not healing. The wound is deepening. I only choose not to look at it, not to heal it, but to distract my mind so that I think I feel better. And the wound only gets deeper and deeper. And so what we saw the other day is, most important, do not use any substance abuse, do not use any other escape route. Face the emotion if you're not feeling well inside. Face it, become aware of it, understand it, use the knowledge to see what is the healing method. Put it in your subconscious.
Face it sometimes means that, okay, you've done this and now you better suffer. What do you mean by face it?
Face it in the sense, let's say stress is an emotion that I'm creating. Fear is an emotion that I'm creating. Jealousy, anger, hatred, these are emotions that are there. And when they're there, they make me feel very heavy. And so then I keep saying, let me go somewhere. I need to be happy. I need to feel good because I'm not facing these emotions. So then I'm looking for escape routes. How I'm going to sleep tonight. I need some entertainment. I need something to be happy. So the first thing I come home from work is switch on the television. While watching television, I keep saying, there's nothing good nowadays on TV. And yet I'm sitting there for the next 3 hours because it's the only way I can run away from myself. All these things are ways to run away from my own internal conversation because I don't like my internal conversation. It's very heavy. The minute I will switch off the television, that same thing will start. So we're running away from our own self. Face the emotion. Sit back. Why am I feeling heavy? What am I thinking? It will come up. We just have to have a nice chat with ourselves once in a while, like we chat with other people if they're not feeling too well internally.
Wonderful chatting with you, sister. And this was a stamp and a final lesson for me on anger and going beyond anger, why it is necessary and how important it is for my health and my health of my family and surrounding and society. And as last time I used the lines which I had read that when angry, you lose more than your temper. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Om Shanti, sister.